Welcome, everyone, to today's Not So live stream, episode number 13 of our Kingdom Come Deliverance gameplay series. I'm Commander Jorval, and I want to thank you for coming along on our journey today. So, as you can tell right now, and as you should know if you paid attention to the posts tab on the channel and my social media, this is not going to be a live stream, but I am recording this video and uploading it so that it goes live during the live stream. I am unfortunately going to be at work all day today. So while you're watching this, I will be at work slaving away. So I didn't want to leave you all in the lurch though. This was just a one-off thing at work that I needed to do. So you're going to get a pre-recorded episode. Again, I apologize for not being here live, but hopefully you're able to watch this during the same time slot as normal. So on admin notes for the channel, last week we had our demo with the Celesta 2 gameplay. Next week, and then that means that this Sunday, tomorrow, when you're watching this, we will not have a live stream. I'm taking a 1 week break from the Sunday live stream so that I can make sure that I have another week to prepare for the new live stream that is starting coming up next Sunday. And I haven't put the post up yet. I'm planning to do it this weekend, so I'm not going to spoil it yet. But pay attention to the post tab and the social media to know what that live stream is going to be on the Sunday time slot. I have decided for now to keep that time slot at 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Central Daylight Time, which is GMT -5 right now. I'm going to try that out and see how it works. If it tends to become a problem, because my weekend is kind of split up, instead of having it in the evening on Sunday and having the full Saturday afternoon to Sunday evening free to myself, if that becomes more of a problem because this one breaks that weekend up more, then I'll put a post up and I'll change it. I'm going to experiment with this though. I know it's so much more convenient for my overseas viewers, so we'll try it out and see. But not tomorrow, but next Sunday we'll have the start of a new live stream. I'm also considering starting up a Wednesday live stream after the Celesta 2 demo live stream. I got a lot of feedback about people wanting to see Celesta Crown of the Magister. I'm thinking about doing that. It'll probably be at least a couple of weeks, maybe 3. I need to prep for that game. I need to get it all set up and tested out and all that sort of stuff. But I'm seriously thinking about doing that. There was a lot of interest in it, and in getting ready for early access, it might be good to be able to play that one through and then be ready to move into early access and the full release game when it comes out. So we'll take a look at it and see what we can do. So I think that's it on our admin notes. So on our recap, last week we had jumped into a bunch of side quests. We had done a horse race. We had cleared out some cumin camps. We had fought a little bit. We had found a wayward horse. Today we're going to jump into a couple of those as well. And we're going to start one out that is it's very interesting. I wasn't planning to do this one until later, but I think it's a good time to do it now. And to do that, we're gonna have to go on a treasure hunt. So let's go ahead and jump in here. Okay, so here we are where we were at the end of last week's episode. Okay, we're gonna mount up here. Now, one thing that I did do off stream is I've leveled up my hunting skill to level 13, and we're going to take the Tanner perk. This allows us to be able to get animal skins when we loot the dead animals. This is going to be key for one of the quests that we're going to be doing today. So I need to get it. So we'll go ahead and take that. And in combat again, we're holding that off until a little bit later. What is my lock picking? We're at 11. We're not at 12 yet. So I might spend some time doing that off stream to get it up to 12 as well. Do we have the Luck of the Drunk perk? We don't yet. We're going to get that perk unlocked at level 12. So I'm just kind of prepping for something a little bit later on as well. So we're going to jump into the quest next to Godliness, and that's an overnight adventure with Hans Capon, where we're going to have to be running a few errands for him, basically. And then you're going to have a few days where you need to pass time, basically, before the next quest in that list pops up. So instead of just making up stuff to do during those days, we're going to do this quest here, and then we're going to jump back into some side quests afterward. But part of this quest, you have to play dice with one of the bathmaids. And if you win, you get a certain reward for it. But to maximize our chances of winning, we need to go on a treasure hunt. So first, I'm going to head back to the Ratte Mill. Okay, and we're going to check our chest here. Okay, and we should already have one lucky playing die. Okay, we got this from ancient map number 1 when we got all of the Warhorse armor set several episodes ago. And this was the first one that you're going to encounter. Now you can pickpocket this from Nightingale or the townsman at the Talmberg Inn, I believe. But this is really the first place that you might encounter it. Okay, so we're going to take this one here. And now we need to find the locations of the other die. And for that, we need some treasure maps. Now, we don't need the treasure maps. You can go and find all of these things without the treasure maps. Okay, we don't have one of the treasure maps that we would need. For the other 5, you're going to need treasure maps. Oh, we do have one. We have treasure map 12. You're going to need treasure map 6, treasure map 12, which we have here, treasure map 16, 18, and 24. Now, 16 you can purchase from an herbalist in Samapesh, I think. 18 you can purchase from Nicholas at the Talmberg Pond. 24 you have to get from a trader. Okay, now traders are random encounters while you are fast traveling, right? You'll get a blue hand that'll pop up, and inside that blue hand, there's a random chance that it could be a trader. When you go talk to him, you'll be able to trade. You cannot barter with him. He'll just offer to sell it to you. And it could be one of, I think they sell 4 different maps in there. And treasure map 6 is also one that you can purchase through a trader. If you want to spend the time to fast travel back and forth and potentially spawn a trader, you can do it safely by traveling between Neuhof and Ratte Upper Gate. Right around here is a random encounter with of that pilgrim or blue hand variety right here, and there's no other bandit encounters between here. These traders are pretty rare. Okay, so I think I've been back and forth between these two 40 times or so and not gotten a trader to spawn in there. But if you want to do it, this is the safest place. Another place to do it is to go from Neuhof to Marojed. Along this route here, along this road, there's one here, there's one at the inn, there's one here at these buildings, and there's a potential for another one here at the crossroads. Now there are also 2 bandit spawns along here as well. So you have a higher chance of trying to spawn a trader between those 2 cities, but you have a higher chance of getting ambushed and possibly not being able to make it away as well. So if, you know, give and take there, pros and cons between the both, but they're both viable ways to try and spawn a trader. That route there's the most traders possible spawns per time, is that route there. So if you're trying to actually spawn a trader, that's probably the best. Just make sure you've got a horse that's leveled up and you can get away if you encounter bandits and you can't evade them. So what we're going to do is not get the trader to spawn. It's, like I say, it's a pain to have to do it, and we're not going to waste our time going through it. What we want to do, though, is fast travel to... Am I on my horse? Nope. We want to fast travel to Ledechko. Okay, now what we're going to do here in Ledechko is we're going to follow this road here. As soon as it branches off, we're going to cross. There's a little camp here, and we're going to head directly east from there until we get out here-ish, where the cliffs are. So I'm going to kind of put a marker there. And we're going to head north out of town and follow the river. We're going to get to a point where we can cross the river right here. Okay, and here is the camp. Now we're going to follow this trail. Okay, and this is what we are looking for. Okay, you have to be able to pick a hard lock. And there is our second playing die. Okay, that's what we're on the hunt for. We want to get 6 of these, so that the entire set of dice that we're using during the Farkle game is all lucky playing dice. We're also going to find some other items in here that sell for quite a bit, and some other recipes and some Groschen and that sort of stuff. But we're really here looking for the lucky playing dice. So we're going to take all of these. Okay, and that's treasure map 6. So treasure map 12 we actually have. So we'll read it, and you can see that we're starting from Rattay. We're crossing over the river, and then once we get over to near a house, we're going to take a southern branch that leads up through some wood fenced areas. And once we get to, that's a woodland garden there, that symbol with the kind of rectangle. We're going to head off the path and kind of look for a house, and it's going to be near the house. Okay, so Here, we'll look at our map, and we'll clear this marker. And the south side of Rattay, it follows the river here. When it gets to a fork in the road, which is right here before these houses, you're going to head off, and you're going to follow a path up here that is kind of in this area, and it's somewhere around in here. But what we're going to do is we're going to fast travel to probably easier just to fast travel to the Rattay Mill.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we're going to head around the south side of Rattay here.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to have to cross over the river a little ways up here. Okay, right here. And once we're here,
Yeah.
we're going to follow this. Here's the first bend in the river. We're going to keep following it. Whoops. Forgot to cross over here. I always miss that turn.
Yeah.
Okay, and then here's the crossing back over. And now if you reach the house up here, you've gone too far. So we're going to stay here on this side. And there's the house. Okay, so the road's going to branch off right here. Okay, so we're going to follow this. Okay, and in here as we're going up, we should see some fences. Okay, like this. And then one here on this side, and there's the woodland garden that we were looking for. So we can continue to follow this trail, and it will take us where we want to go. There's another woodland garden right there. So we know we're on the right path. And again, once you get here, what you really should do is just kind of head up here. But if you follow the path, you're going to be fine. And you're going to reach a house up here. Okay, so here's the house. Okay, you again are going to need to be able to pick a hard lock. Okay, it's got me kind of locked in here. This spawn is kind of tricky sometimes because you're right behind this tree. And sometimes the animation to get close won't let us pick this, which is exactly what it's doing right now. I'm going to save here. Because I have a bad feeling that this is now bugged to Kingdom Come here. I'm gonna wait and see if the collision model here works itself out. Doesn't look like it's going to. Yeah, collisions got me all sorts of messed up here, so I don't know if we're gonna be able, we're gonna have to reload. This thing has a very low chance of bugging out like this, but it looks like this one has. When the chest spawns, it gets a really bad, it kind of morphs into the ground a little bit. Yeah. We're gonna have to reload. Now the problem is that we might have to reload all the way back to here. We'll see if it fixes itself on a reload here. Doesn't look like it did. Yeah, it looks like it's still morphed into the tree limbs. You can see here. So I don't know as if we're going to be able to get this one. Yep. So I haven't encountered this in my personal playthrough. I heard it was a possibility of being an issue here. So I think, unfortunately, we're going to have to go back and reload. I'm going to go directly to this one first. So I'm just going to head straight south down here because it's kind of like in here. There's one other one that possibly does this as well, I've heard. Mine did not do this in the personal playthrough, so I didn't get to experience this. We'll head back down there and see if it spawns in a better place. You can also wait. I think it's 20 in-game days or something like that, for it to respawn that. But in my mind, that's just pointless. So let's see if we can make our way down here. Without getting killed. Or without getting our horse stuck. Oh, that might have been bad. Okay. Okay, so we're going to go here, take this left. Head up here. I'm going to save here before I go up there. Because once it gets within render distance, it's going to spawn that in. Alright, let's see what the status is of it this time. It still looks like it's bugged. Okay, it got me there. Good. So that's what you need to do, is you need to reload a previous save before the chest was spawned, and then let it spawn back in. So before you, when you veer off on that side road, make a save there. So all you have to do is reload if it bugs out. So here you're going to get another, our third lucky plane die. We're going to go back and get the second one, the one that we had already got from treasure map 6. And while I'm here, I'm going to take the Tanner perk again. Okay, so treasure map 6 is again up at Ledechko. Okay, you travel around the outside of town along the river. You'll get to a point where you can cross the river. Right here. How many savior schnapps do we have? We got enough. So we're going to drop a save before we go up there. We're going to learn our lesson. And we're just going to follow this path all the way up. Okay, pick this one. And good, there's our new lockpicking perk. And again, there's our second, and this time, third, lucky plane die. So for lockpicking, it's a no-brainer on what we're going to pick. Now it's time to take Luck of the Drunk. Whenever you are drunk, lockpicking is 30% easier, but you also be 30% noisier. So what you can do is you can utilize this so that if you want to pick a very hard lock, you can save right before it, and you'll become drunk from Savior Schnapps, and the lockpick will be the lock will be 30% easier to pick. Okay. Now the other thing about that is that since it's 30% noisier, if there are people in the same room or right next to that chest, you might not want to do this, and in that case, just don't save right near that chest. Save somewhere else, wait for the drunk to wear off, which should only be just a few seconds, and then go in and pick the chest. If it's a regular lock or something, you don't need the extra 30% bonus, then just don't get drunk beforehand. So I can choose when to utilize this, but when I need it, it's going to be very useful, and I'll show you why it's going to be very useful here in a little bit. Okay, so now we're going to go for treasure map 16. Okay, and again, treasure map 16 you can get uh, from the herbalist in, you can buy it from the herbalist in Samopesh up here. Okay, we're not going to go there yet. Where we are going to go though is to Merjed. We actually are going to go to Samopesh, now that I think about it. So we're going to go out of Merjed, and we're going to stay west, and we're going to follow this down here to Samopesh. We need to get to the city to kind of get our bearings. And I guess we can buy the map while we're there, just for completionist sake. Okay, and we want to head south here. And continue on to the west a little bit. Now there's a quest in Samopesh that we don't want to activate yet, and there's Samopesh right here. And where is, I think the herbalist is here. So can we go west from here? I can't remember. It's been a while since I've been to the herbalist here. Yes, this is the herbalist. Now again, you don't have to buy this if you don't want to.
How may I help you?
Okay, but we're gonna trade. And she has treasure map 16. Okay, so if we look at treasure map 16 here, you can see that up there, once the perk goes away, up there at the top it says the road to Skalitz. Okay, and then there's a dead tree and a river crossing with a dead tree on the south of the river, a river crossing with rocks or dirt in the middle of it, and then a wrecked cart on the north side, okay, by some cliffs. So if you, that river crossing is, I think it's down here. So we're gonna head south. Let's see if I can, I don't think I can get across the river over there. Okay, now let's see if I can head south here. Okay, I can. Okay, and then the river crossing is actually down through here, I believe. So we're going to head south until we hit this road and take it through.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I think we're gonna head down this way.
Yeah.
In my personal playthrough, I had already opened up all of this section of the map, so the fog of war wasn't there anymore. So I'm kind of having to recreate where it is from memory. Okay, because there's the Sasau Monastery, so I think we've gone... It's right there. Okay. So we need to head west around all this, or we can just head here and follow this up to get over to this.
Yeah.
So we're going to head down to the crossroads here and then turn right. Follow this down till we're almost at the river, and then we're going to head north. There's the river. Okay. So here's where we're going. We can take this. Once we hit the crossroads, we're going to take a right and head up here.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we're heading farther north.
Yeah.
And there is the river crossing. And we're looking for a dead tree. Okay, and around the dead tree, I also need to get a spade. And somewhere around here, there should be a grave. Am I at the right one? I think this is the right one. Well, I can find out real quick. If there's a cart on the other side, then I know I'm at the right one. It might be the one farther north. Yeah, I think it's the one farther north. Because, yeah, this doesn't have the cart here. I think there's one... I think it's up here. Actually. Like I say, I'm trying to recreate this from memory. Been a while since I've looked at these treasure chests, so... Let's head up there. Let's see if we can just head
Yeah.
up this side of the river. That's a bandit camp.
Just when I wanted to vent my rage. Yeah.
Okay. See if I can leave them behind. And I did. Okay, so we're gonna head up this way, cause yeah, I actually think it's up here. Yeah, that's us crossing the small stream. And we should be coming up on the main river again. There it is. Yeah, I think it's up here. Yeah, there it is, right there. That's the crossing we're looking for.
Yeah.
So on the north side of the river here, we should come up on the cart first. And that will let us know we're in the right spot. There's the cart. Okay, and now when we cross, there's going to be a dead tree here. And it's not that one. It's right there. There's the dead tree. Okay, and the grave is really prominent. So this is how I knew I wasn't in the right spot. And there is our fourth lucky playing die. Okay, so we'll get back to our horse, and now we're going to look at treasure map 18. Okay. Now, treasure map 18 is around Talmberg. So let's go fast travel up to Talmberg. Okay, now this one, there's the lake around Talmberg here. So once you kind of get up where the river does this bend here, it's kind of right around in here. Okay, northeast of these houses on this side of the river. But there isn't really a path to get there. And there's another problem with it. Okay, so we're gonna go around here to the other side of the river. Okay, and we're gonna drop a save, and there's a very specific reason for this. So we're gonna head around here, and we're gonna get eventually dropped into, well, possibly get dropped into combat. Okay. Because what we're looking for actually around here, I think. I think it's right down here. There's a little camp. Okay, now maybe it's a bit up here. Now, thought it was right down here. But it could be wrong. Ah, here it is. Okay, and this guy is going to be angry with you.
Hey, get out of here! This is no place for the likes of you.
Okay, and you need to lead him away.
Get out of here!
Could do with a bite to eat.
Okay, you don't want to be seen killing him. Okay, so I'm trying to draw him off.
Shot must have come from here, so where is that bastard?
Okay, I'm not trying to kill him. You can kill him, but you need to make sure that you're quite a ways away.
Must have fired from here.
When you do it. I'm just trying to aggro him, and I need to put on a Nighthawk potion so I can see. Because I am so...
Be off!
Okay, so now he's on me. I want to lead him away. Okay, I don't want to lose him. But I do want to lead him away. Come here. I'm gonna hide behind trees. He's an archer, so...
Mother of God!
And I'm gonna hide here. And let's see if I can knock him out. Nope, I can't. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run and get ahead of him on the way back to camp.
Be gone from here!
Okay, and I'm gonna take that stuff from there without him aggroing, without him seeing me. So you can lead him away and kill him if you like. He's a poacher. I mean, he deserves it probably. But if you lead him away and then while he's taking his time walking back, you can get in front of him and loot the chest and get out. Okay. That way, that gets us our 5th. Remember, we've got 1 in our chest back at the mill. Okay, so now we're going to get treasure map 24, and treasure map 24 is all the way up in Skalitz. And while I've still got the Nighthawk potion, Actually, it's going to have worn off by the time I get up there with the fast traveling. Okay, so what you're looking for is out of the main gate here. You're going to head up this way, and there's going to be a crossroads. Okay, so I'm going to take another Nighthawk potion here.
Yeah.
And here's the crossroads, and is there a skirmish going on? There is. There's a fight happening. So if you'd like, you can wait around and see the outcome of this. You don't necessarily have to, though. If you head up here, you're going to reach a crossroads with a house. Okay, right here. And then you want to head almost straight north. And you want to head through this gap here. Okay, and now I have to find it in the dark. This is it. Okay, there's a grave here. Okay, so we can open this up, and there are two things in here that are really nice. The shadow play is good to up our stealth. There's our lucky playing die that we need. There's also Longinus's sword. Okay, now Longinus's sword, 68 stab and 55 slash with a 10 minimum strength. So if I look and compare that with what I'm using right now, which is Saving Grace, it's 52 and 52 with a minimum of 4. We also picked, and this is 68 and 55 with a minimum of 10, which we have. So this is a straight upgrade for us. We also picked up Fear Not, but again, 49 and 49, which is less than what we have right now. Pick up a falchion, but you don't need to worry about that. So we now got a straight upgrade to our sword as well. Now what we're going to do is we're going to head back to Skalitz by heading straight south. Okay, and take the road back toward the gate. And we're going to check on the status of that skirmish that was going on. And you need to be a little careful because, yeah, see, there the bodies spawned in. Okay, there's still a fight going on, but we've got some dead bodies here. So let's kind of let this fight play out. See who wins. We've got, this is Tomberg Guards versus Skalitz Bandits. Somebody's running right at me. Okay, I think that's a Skalitz guard, so I'm going to let him go. He decided to just exit stage left. Okay, he might be coming back. Or he might be dying. Yeah, I think he might be dying. I'll keep an eye on him so he doesn't decide to run back in here while my back is turned. So now it's one-on-one. Like there's only 2 people left, and he's dead. And we'll see who won this. Okay, and let's see who ended up the winner here. If it's a bandit, I'll kill him. And I think it is. Let's wait for him to walk by and I'll kind of check out his armor here. Yeah, that's a Cuman archer.
I feel quite hungry.
Hova tűnhetett? Valahol itt kell.
You can see they can run almost all right up on me and still not see me. Let's see if I can get this. Oh, that was a bad shot. Oh! What a shot! Oh, that was great. And I got that on camera. Outstanding. So we're going to loot everything off of all of these guys. That was great. I'm glad y'all got to see that. So we're just going to kind of look around here and check out all the bodies that we find. Doesn't matter if they're guards or not. Okay. And we're going to be severely overloaded, and we're going to be way over what our horse can carry as well. But all of this gear is worth probably about 15,000 Groschen. Okay, so it'd be a shame to leave it all here, especially when I'm going to be working on a quest. So this was a guard that died up here. Don't know where his body is, though. Wow, where did this guy go? I could swear I heard a voice there. Don't need poppies. Can't see him. I don't... Well, he might have despawned. Because my horse had despawned. So maybe he despawned when we were up here. So we're not going to be able to mount up. We're way overloaded. Our horse has a few hundred that we can put on him. But I don't think it's going to matter very much. We'll try and put as much stuff on him as we can that's heavy. Got another Longinus' sword. Okay, so our horse can't carry anymore. And we still have 494, so we're definitely not going to be able to mount up. So here are your choices, okay? So at this point, you can walk yourself down to Marojed, but there's no inn at Marojed, okay? You can walk yourself down to Samopesh, but it's the same distance to walk yourself back to Talmberg. Okay. Now, you can't fast travel when you're overloaded, so you can walk yourself down there. Now, this, in my experience, takes about 10-ish minutes to get down there. Okay. So, this is kind of the trade-off to this. Now, there is another option which I have not tried out, which I'm going to try out here. Now that the city has been burnt and it's changed to its new form here, I want to see if if the chest in my parents' house is still accessible. If it is, I'm going to try and drop all the rest of this stuff in there. And then I can come back and I can get this in a couple of different trips. I might not be able to do that because honestly I haven't tried this. In my personal playthrough, I picked all this stuff up and I took it back. And I took it back myself. And I just walked it back. Now, obviously, sitting here for 10 or 15 minutes or whatever it is isn't the most exciting gameplay for y'all to watch. So I want to try something here. And see if this chest is still accessible or not. So let's just take a couple of minutes and walk up here to our house. Because honestly, I can't remember if the house is even still accessible or not. I think it is. I can't remember back when we were doing the prologue. But I think you could leave everything in there and then come back and get it later after this had happened. So I think it's accessible, but let's go look. Because I'm going to need, I only have about 30,000 Groschen right now, and I'm going to need a lot more than that. Coming up for a quest that isn't too far off from where we are right now, so. Almost there. Let's put a torch on. Okay, I think something's broken. Yeah, he's not lighting up the torch. Interesting. Well, I think this is the chest here. So let's go ahead and drop all this stuff in there. Don't need that dagger. We're going to drop off 2 of those. Both of those. We got golden spurs. I think we already have golden spurs. Don't need knight spurs. Why did we equip the Lucerne hammer? Why is that equipped? I think that's a bug or something. Okay, and the Raven's Beak is an item that you can't find, or you can't buy, I don't think. I think you have to find it. The blunt damage of 55 is really good. It also has a stab damage, though, because it's got a point on it. You can see over here. So if you're going into combat against armored enemies, this is a really good one. Being able to do a lot of blunt damage against armor, but also stab damage. So using something like the Raven's Beak or one of the other spiked maces in like the Rattay tourney is something really, really good to have. It's a really, really good thing to use. Okay, so let's actually load up a little bit more here. Sorry, I wasn't paying too much attention to my weight. $176.4. Okay. So everything else is there. And again, I think for some reason this is bugged. Yeah. That's what the problem was. That Lucerne hammer that I picked up was bugged out. So it was for some reason preventing me from getting my torch out. Okay, now for this, we learned our lesson last time. So we can't fast travel to get somewhere, or that stuff's going to disappear. So let's try and work our way down to Talmberg. Because like I say, I honestly haven't tried this. So y'all are along for the ride here.
Yeah.
And we'll see if this works. Okay, so yeah, I needed to go left there. It's a lot harder to navigate it. Oh. Thanks. It's a lot harder to navigate at night.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna have to cross over the river here at Rovna. Yep, right here.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna just follow this road. It's gonna curve to the left. We're gonna cross a bridge. We're gonna follow this to Talmberg. This is all familiar from the prologue. And we're gonna dump all of this stuff in the chest at Talmberg. Then we're gonna go back up here to Skalitz and see if we can loot some more. And see if this works, because like I say, I would like to get the 15k groschen or so out of all of this stuff. I just don't know if I can. There's Talmberg. Way up there in the distance. Okay, here's the city. We're gonna cross over the bridge. Cross in here.
What's Mother of God? Lost something?
Wait, where's the... Oh, it's behind me. I didn't need to cross over the bridge. It's this way. Right, no. It's back in...
Yeah.
Okay, why am I so lost? It's behind me. Wow, why am I so completely lost? Yeah, this is it. I didn't need to cross over the bridge. And then here should lead me across to this bridge, and this will take me over to the inn, and we should have a permanent home here. I think we do. We'll find out if we get up here and it's trespassing. Okay, so we do. Let's take all of this stuff here. We'll leave the golden spurs. Leave the necklace and the silver ring. And now let's put all of this in here. Okay, so we kept a lot of high value items here. We can read all those. Saving grace we can put away. Okay. So now, let's ride back up to Skalitz and see if the rest of that stuff is still in that chest or not. It might not be. And while we're here, I need to transfer some arrows. Over to our horse. And let's head back out. Okay, so from Talmberg,
Yeah.
we're gonna head back out. We're not going to cross the river. Now it's a little easier to navigate. So let's head back up there and just run a test. So nope, we need to stay here. Follow the river. Go up here and take a left and cross the bridge. Okay, this should be the bridge. Okay, and now we're going to head to Rovna. I don't need my torch anymore. I'll move the spade over there.
Yeah.
Okay, and here's Rovna. And there's Skalitz. We're going to head up around the right side of Skalitz, and guess what might happen once we get up here? So let's head up here, give the gibbet a wide berth so it doesn't knock us off our horse again.
I'll have to get something to eat. I'm starting to get hungry.
And guess what's here? Okay, there's another fight going on. So this is a way to get a bunch of Groschen here. Okay. Now for me, I'm not worried about it. I'm going to go around the right over here. So the Cumans won that fight pretty handily. Okay. And they're going to want to head out the front gate over here. Some of them will sometimes come wandering this way. So you need to be a little careful, but it's not really that stressful. If you've got decent stealth gear like I do, then you'll be fine making it around this outside. Once you get back up here, you can stealth again. And make your way up toward that chest. And once you do, you can fill back up. You can call your horse if this stuff is still here. Like I say, this chest might be empty, but we'll see what happens. Let's see, the Cumans are still, one of them is still standing around down there. So let's keep our fingers crossed here. It's all here. Okay. So let's transfer stuff to our horse. Until we get there we go. Now we've picked up everything. We can call our horse. And where are we on? So we have a little more here that we can put on our horse. So let's see how much we can. Okay, so horse can't carry anything more there, and we have 50 more free carry weight. So looks like we've got, they might have all left. So let's save this just in case there are some down here. Because sometimes they're hiding off to the sides down here. And if they are, we're just going to hightail it out. Okay, so there's a Cuman right there. But it looks like an archer. Actually, let's get our... We have better arrows here. We have a bunch of quality arrows. It's kind of hidden back there. Alright, I'm getting tired of this. Oh, a little short. Okay, so, ooh, they've got a trader here. That's why they lost that fight so fast. So these guys, the Cumans, are going to have stuff. The traders aren't going to have a whole lot. Okay, but now let's see what we can put back on our horse here. Okay, can we still mount up with this? We can. Now we probably can't fast travel. Yeah, 2 overloaded fast travel, but now that we are on our horse, we can ride our way back to Talmberg.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of Groschen. A lot. So let's ride back to Talmberg. We'll put this stuff in our chest in Talmberg. We'll fast travel back to the Ratte Mill. We'll sell it all off, see how much we get, and then we can head to our next quest, which is the original
You start. Oh well.
reason for us to come up here, which was to get the lucky dice. We haven't forgotten why we came up here. So that looks like it might be a faster way to do it. Like I say, 15 minutes or so to walk yourself back with all of that, or maybe 8 to 10 minutes to take 2 horse trips back and forth, assuming that you have a full ownership bed or a home in Talmberg, which is the nearest bed or inn that you have to Skalitz. So I'll have to keep that in mind. But then every time that you go back there, there's going to be another fight happening. You can wait for it to play out. You can clean up the scraps, pick up all the stuff, store it in that chest, take what you can back, and rinse and repeat. I don't know if it stays there if you fast travel, though. That's why I wanted to try it in person and just have the horse ride back and forth here. But off stream, I may try it and see if it stays through a fast travel or not. Because I know the bodies disappear, but the chest might stay there. Okay, so let's pull this all off of our horse. Leave the golden spurs and the necklace. Okay, leave the silver ring. That's good. And then from our inventory, Let's drop all this off. Drop off 3 daggers. There's a lot of stuff here. All this noble gear. We've got 2 pair of quiet dark shoes. We're gonna read those. So the silent shoes and the silent dark shoes. So this has 17 and 15 and 0 noise. Whoops. Let's go and look at those. So the silent dark shoes, or quiet dark shoes, have 14 and 12 versus 17 and 15. So yeah, these are better. I've been looking for those for a while, actually. Okay. There was a recipe that we accidentally put away. Yep. So let's read these real quick. And put away some arrows. We'll equip those. Put the qualities away. Alright. And we are ready to fast travel. Back to the mill. Let's get paid. Okay, we'll wash up. Go eat. Okay, and let's pull out what we're going to sell. We're going to leave one of those cumin bows in there. Okay, we're going to leave one cumin caftan, one hauberk. We'll keep the captain's helmet. We're going to leave one cumin shield, one riding boots, one riding breeches. We don't need that. We'll leave one van braces. Okay, and here's some of the really expensive stuff. We're going to take that lucky plane die. And we're going to look at some of these padded chassises too, because there might be a padded chass upgrade in here. Can sell off Saving Grace now. Nope, not the Warhorse shoes. I need to go put that back. Okay. So before we head out there, let's look at the padded chassises, because there is possibly an upgrade in here. So the ones that we're wearing right now are the tight black hose. Okay, so we're not wearing any chassises right now. So looking at these, I'm just going to scroll through them. Okay, so yeah, none of these are the ones that we need. The padded coifs here are all the same or less. So yeah, we're fine. There is a possible upgrade to add in some chassises. Alright. Oh, and he has to be walking away. So let's see how much we're going to get for all this. Now, there are two ways to do this. Because I have the luck of the drunk
lad.
perk,
Don't you want a little wager on the rat-aid
I
tourney?
can... Because right now...
God be with you.
If I go to sell the stolen
Got some
goods,
here whose owners might.
All right. God be with you.
he's got 49k gold. Okay. Now, what I can do is I can sell all of this stuff to him. Okay, and he's going to give me X amount of gold. What you can also do, inside that door right there, is his trader chest. Just like the merchants in Skyrim, every merchant has a locked chest somewhere that has all of their items in it. It's how it maintains the inventory for the NPC. Inside that door is his chest. Now that door, you need to be level 12 and you need to have Luck of the Drunk perk to be able to pick it. Inside of it, again, a very hard lock that you need level 12 and Luck of the Drunk perk, and you can pick it and his chest is in there. You can drop these items in that chest and he will sell those items in 2 days and then wait 2 days. He will sell those items for full price. Okay. So there's no discount that you have to give it by negotiating with him. He only gives you a certain percentage of the full value. But if you drop them right into his chest, it will go into his inventory without you having sold it to him. And then after 2 days, those items will disappear and they will get turned into gold. Okay, and then you can go in there and just steal all that gold from his chest. Okay, if that makes sense. Now it's not too bad. Actually, I might be able to just illustrate this. I need to take a rest anyway, so why don't we just do it? Let's what's my energy at? 56. Because he doesn't go to bed until late. My energy and my nourishment are both going to be really low. But he should be asleep. He is. So we can go here, and if I try and lockpick this, it says the lock is too difficult. But if I take a Savior Schnapps, now in the bottom left-hand corner, you can see the drunk icon pop up. Okay, then I can come in here. I'm going to close the door behind me. I'm going to get my torch. And right here is another very hard lock. Now in here is his inventory. There's 49,000 groschen you can take right now if you wanted to. Okay, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to move all of this stuff in there. Okay, I'm trying to concentrate and do this as fast as I can, so I apologize I'm not talking. Golden Spurs, 1.7k and 2.3k each. And we're going to get full value for those. All of these 900 groschen. All of these things are we're going to get full value for. Okay, so we'll get rid of all the other torches. There we go. Okay, shouldn't be any... Oh, there is something. Take one last look through here. And we're good. So before I leave, I'm going to take my torch off. Okay. And now, in 2 days, we're going to come back. And remember, he had something like 48,000 groschen or something like that. Just remember that when we go look at that chest. Okay, so I'm going to wait until morning, get my energy up. My nourishment's going to be way low, but I'll eat at both of these pots, and we should be good. Because now we're going to go start the next quest. Now that we have all of our playing dice, whoops, I can't eat from this pot, so let's go check out the others. Now again, that just after that little amount of time,
God be with you.
I've got some goods
he's
here.
not going to
Alright.
have sold the goods yet, but you can see he's got 49,000, and all of that stuff is now in here. And he's going to turn around and sell it all for full price, and that's going to get added to his gold. Then all you have to do is go in there and steal that gold from that chest, or that groschen from that chest. It's a way to sell off all your stuff without having to take a price cut, which is amazing. Now, I'm just doing this to illustrate it. It is an exploit, but I am showing you how to do it just because it'd be foolish of me not to do it. But it's not something that I do. We have more than enough ways to make easy groschen in this game that I don't need to exploit it to do it.
I'll have to get something to eat. I'm starting
We're
to
going
get
to stop
hungry.
up here and get the second pot. That should be enough. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to head to this quest giver icon here. Okay, and you head up to the 3rd floor up here, and around the corner. And your first door on the right is Hans Capon.
God be with you, lad. What can I do for you?
How goes it, sir? Are you recovered?
I am, for all the good it does. The boredom here. The only thing I have to read is the Bible, and the Hanush won't let anyone near me but the priest. Have you any idea the monotonous drivel that fella comes out with? This world is but a trial, be repentant. He talks to me as if I'm about to breathe my last. Actually, talks to me as if I were already dead. Listen, Henry, won't you come with me to the Ratte Baths? I need a change of scene before moss starts growing on me.
Why to the baths?
Well, a hot bath does a man good.
It does. Which is why you can bath here anytime you like.
Have you ever seen Clara, the bathhouse wench? Henry, she's a beauty. If I didn't know better, I'd say I was in love with her.
How much time do you want to spend there?
I don't know yet, but at least a few days. Bathing in mud wraps during the day, and in the evening, fun. What'd you say? Will you join me?
But what about your wounds, sir?
Well, I won't lie to you, it hurts like the devil. But I'd rather hobble along with a cane, howling in pain, than listen to a selection of the most boring passages from the Gospels for one more minute.
Why not? When do you want to go?
I shall go there right away, but wait until at least dusk to join me. I'll have company there.
All right, I'll come and join you there.
See you later.
Okay, so he's now going to head off. And we need to meet him after 9 o'clock at the baths. Okay, now this is another quest that if you're going for the Virgin achievement, you don't want to take part in. Okay, you don't have to do this quest. So if you're going for that achievement, definitely don't do this one. Because you will be going to the bathhouse and meeting up with one of the maids, and even though there's not a scene that shows it, you'll be having relations with that maid, and you won't want to have that end your achievement. What I am doing here, though, is picking up some more Savior Schnapps. I'm going to need it. Just going to take all 8 of them. And make sure I do have the lucky playing die on me. I do. I've got all 6. Okay, so our time here, we need to wait until 2100. So we'll wait until 20 here. Okay, so now let's head up here to the baths. And wait another hour. Actually, I think we need to wait. No, we might not have to. We're gonna go back here.
Jesus!
Okay. So I'm gonna save here.
What do you need, sir?
I need you to do me a favor, Henry.
Of course, sir.
Good. Well, you'd never think it, but Stenna here is a demon at dice. She stripped me bare ass naked, and I couldn't even get a ribbon off her.
Well, I'll rip everything off her then, eh?
Good God! You do that to such a fragile flower, who I paid for, by the way. Right then, you've got to beat Stenna at dice. I refuse to be the only one here with his arse on the show.
All right. Why the hell not?
And this is why you got the dice, because she's pretty good, actually. And actually, we don't need to be here. We need to talk to her first.
How have you all been getting on here?
Well, Lord Capon's been chasing us around a bit and so forth. Nothing we're not used to.
How about a game of dice then?
Are you sure? What would I do with 2 naked men here?
Let's see how good you are.
Goodbye.
Okay, so we're going to select all of these. Okay, and then we're going to hit escape to confirm.
I can't wait to see what you throw.
Okay, now the lucky dice have a 33% chance to roll a 1, which is always a score, or a 5. Okay, we're going to take that 3 of a kind and get 1,000 out of it, and we're going to score and roll again. And look at that. Another 3 of a kind of 5s. And now we're score and roll again. And we've already won. If you look down the bottom left, this is going to get us 500. The round is 1,000, and we only need 1,400 to win. Okay, now you have to win 2 out of 3.
Competition at last.
Okay, so that was the first one.
So, let's see what you can do.
Okay, so I'm actually going to keep these because the 6s won't score by themselves. Okay, so we got another 5. So I'll have a good chance. I'll try and get one more out of this. I need to roll a 1 or a 5 here. And I did. Okay, so now we're score and roll again. Let me give it a 3 of a kind here. Oh, 3 of a kind on 4s, which are not the the dice that it normally does. And we'll keep the 1s and we'll roll again. And 3 of a kind 1s. And that's going to win us. We'll just roll 1 more here and we'll score and pass. And we'll have won 2 in a row. Oh, all of those score, actually.
That's the way. You show her, Henry.
Looks like I'm the one who'll be doing the showing.
I could do with a good soak too.
Then strip off and hop in here.
All right, why not?
Put your clothes in the trunk.
Okay, so there's a trunk over here.
Shift over. I don't want to tread on anything vital.
All right, just give me a moment and I'll roll it up again.
Oh, that feels good.
Don't take this personally, but I've never seen a man more in need of a wash. I've known cowpats less fragrant.
You certainly know how to have a good time.
Here, drink. It's not terribly high quality, but it should do the job.
I don't mind if I do. Give me that.
That's the spirit.
So this is how you recuperate from your injuries? Booze and wenches?
Of course. Is there any other way? So, what news, Henry?
Have you heard the executioner has a sweetheart?
You don't say. Who is she, a revenant?
No, a regular mortal. Her name's Elishka.
Elishka? I don't believe I've had the pleasure.
She's the wife of a man he executed.
Good Lord. Well, I suppose that's the only way you could get a woman.
Okay, now if we had done another quest here, the Plane with the Devil quest, I believe, there would be another option here that we could pick to get more reputation with him. We're kind of saving that for the interim time after this quest ends and the next one begins. So we won't get as much reputation, but that's not really a big deal.
Never mind about me. What about you? Have you recovered from our hunting adventure?
I'm well enough, Henry. These baths are just the thing, and Zdena here is very healing.
You'll keep an eye on things here, won't you? Clara, bring some wine for the gents before they get cross.
You know what, Henry? We really can't drink this local piss. Clara, my most favouriteest bath maid. But admit it, my dear, the wine you have here is pitiful.
What's wrong with the bathhouse wine?
I'd rather drink the bath water. You should go and get something better. Though where? Ah, I know. In the cellars under the rat house, there's some excellent wine that Sir Hannah bought for us.
And you want me to go there and get it now?
I'd be indebted to you. And a grateful nobleman is the best ally you can have.
All right then. What kind of wine is it?
A Sylvan Red. In the cellar under the rat house. It's the last barrel at the end on the right-hand side. Get a picture somewhere and take it with you.
All right then, I'll bring it.
Good man.
Okay, now this quest is timed. You need to do all of this during the day. Okay, now what we're going to do is put on all of our thievery stuff to lower our visibility and conspicuousness. Okay. And we need to get into the rat house. And you don't want to fast travel during any of this.
Yeah.
Okay, and we'll want to put a torch on. I forgot.
Yeah.
And the place you need to go is here. Around the back of the rat house. And I always forget which one of these it is. I think it's up here. It's a very hard lock. But if you ask him, he'll give you a key to this. I'm not going to use the key. I'm going to pick these locks in here and get my lock picking XP for it. And you're going to go around down here, and there's going to be a guard somewhere down here. And he's probably going to be down here now. No, he's not. We're going to pick up the pitcher, go over here, use the wine, and that should get us... There he is. So we need to find the Sylvan Red. We already found it. It should update that quest here in a second. Yep. Now we need to take it back. Now, once we come out of here, you saw the guard. We're going to have to talk to him. He's going to intercept us. Oh, we got out without even having to talk to him. More than likely, you're going to have to talk to him. Now, he has a 0 or a very low speech stat. So, that's him right there. He's got a very low speech stat, so it's easy to convince him that you're there to pick up the wine for Lord Capon. So, just do that, convince him of it, and you can grab the wine and walk out. We got really lucky. I wasn't even trying to avoid him. And we managed to do it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to take my torch off. I'm going to take all of my stuff back off. It doesn't really matter though, because we're going to be going off, or we're going to be going out here in a second anyway, and I'm going to save again.
Looking for someone?
So, about that wine you sent me for.
Well, have you got it?
Of course.
You really broke into the cellar at the rat house?
I certainly did. I hope that wine's really worth the trouble I had.
I don't believe it. You really broke into the cellar. You're insane.
What? That was a trick? fuck's sake, if they caught me, I'd have ended up in the stocks. If I was lucky.
Nonsense! I wouldn't have let them.
Oh, thank you for your concern. Well, let's see if this wine is as good as you say.
What are you waiting for? The parish priest's blessing? Come on then, get it down you. Now that's what I call a real wine. Sylvan red. It's not like that donkey's piss they serve in this otherwise delightful establishment. You can tell from the first sip, can't you, Henry?
Yeah, as you say, sir. Sylvan red. The taste is unmistakable.
Leave Bobster, Hans. I'm not like the other girls.
I know, Clara. You are different. you deserve more. You deserve flowers.
What?
What kind of flowers do you like?
Well, I like all kinds. I like dandelions, sage, knotweed, and poppies. I really like poppies.
Henry, did you hear that?
What?
The lady requests dandelions, sage, cabbages. Right.
No, knotweed and poppies.
What? You want me to go flower picking now?
I know. I'm putting you to work again. But if you do it, I'll give you 70 florin groschen.
That much? All right, I'll go.
So a pretty fun cutscene there.
Sage something.
So now we're going to head out here again, and we're on a flower picking mission. Now,
Yeah, what would a bouquet
the
be?
flowers
There's some in the upper castle garden.
are actually really easy to get. We're going to, again, put on our stealth set. Gonna put our torch on.
Yeah.
Okay, and we're gonna head all the way through town.
Yeah.
We're gonna head up to where the Ratte tourney is held. And you want to go back here through this door. Okay, now we're pretty drunk. Okay, actually, this is the day of the Ratte tourney. So I've got a whole bunch of the contestants back here. We're going to be dealing with this later. For now, you want to go all the way around down here to the back. And we have Poppy. Dandelion. Sage. And there's no knotweed, but there are roses.
What the hell are you doing here? I'd like some privacy if you don't mind.
Come for my wench.
Well, as you can see, I'm not your wench or anyone else's, so fuck off.
What are you doing with my Clara, you cunt?
Archie, stop that. He's just bathing here.
Bathing here, is he? When all the wenches but you are whores?
Archie!
And are you whoring now too?
That's enough, Archibald!
Archibald?
You shut your mouth, I'm not done with you!
No, I swear the gentleman hasn't touched me.
Actually, that's quite true. Well, mostly.
No, nothing happened. Nothing.
We'll talk about this later. First, I'm dealing with this bastard!
I'd like to see you try arse and balls. Arse and balls!
For the love of God, stop it, both of you!
Fucking hell. Hey. What do you think you're doing?
Okay, now a fight is going to start. Okay. So, it's not that hard to beat him, but you are drunk, so I tend to just counter most of the time.
Yebat!
You can let him beat you up, he'll insult you and leave, but it's better to actually win this fight. If you can. Oh, come on, he's got me trapped in, he's got me stun locked in a corner here.
Henry! Battered at that fucker!
What's the matter? Come on!
Battered at that fucker!
Bugger!
What the hell got into you? Trying to drown a nobleman?
Oh, shit. Fuck. I didn't know.
Get out of my sight. Go on before I remember I can have you hung.
I apologise, your lordship. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Archie, wait!
Phew. I nearly got drowned by arse and balls.
Oh, that's the least relaxing bath I've ever had.
Fuck, I feel like I've swallowed the Baltic.
Oh, drinking will be the death of you.
Damn right. Is there any wine left?
Are you out of your fucking mind? You want to carry on?
Of course. Well, don't tell me you don't fancy a drink after all that.
I could do with a bite to eat.
So I woke up outside all nice and drunk and hungover. And hungry. There's Hans.
What will you do with them, Sir Hans?
What, with arse and balls? I don't know. What do you think I should do with him?
Okay, so you can either punish him or not. It doesn't really matter what it is.
He was drunk and insane with jealousy. I'm sure he'll be sorry when he sobers up.
But he tried to drown a nobleman. I can't just let him off.
He didn't know who you were. Anyway, if you let him off, you'll show that you're the better man.
I suppose you're right. Fuck him. But
Okay, now we're gonna
pretty
get.
good sport, eh?
See you later.
That's 2. That's 3. That's 4. That's 5 pairs or sets of 75 groschen and the strip die, and then 1 more 100 groschen. Okay, so we're not going to do that. So that's the reward that you get for beating Zdena at dice. Okay, you get the strip die. So you don't have to get it. You're not going to use it. The lucky plain die are much better than that. But it is a reward that you can only get by doing that. So Hans is going to take off, and there actually is something that I want to do here. This is not what I normally do, because honestly, I have not gotten the next quest to spawn yet. So I want to try and follow Hans here and find out where he goes.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't see him. There he is.
How are you, Henry?
I'm doing fine, thanks. And I think he might be making his way over to the tourney. Because the game is very non-specific about how long it takes for the next quest in this chain to spawn. The Reddit forums say it can be 2 days, some say it can be 4 days, some say it doesn't happen for them at all. And I've been unable, I think I've waited 6 days or 7 days in my personal playthrough and haven't got the follow-up quest yet to spawn for him. So I can't even find him in game. He's not in his room. His room will be locked. But you can, it's a very hard lock and you can pick it, and he's not in his room. So I have not been able to find him at all again in my personal playthrough. So I know it's not the most exciting gameplay here. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to save here. And that way I can come back here and I can reload this save, and off stream I'm going to follow him and see where he goes. Because I don't know if my personal playthrough is bugged or if I just haven't waited long enough yet. But I want to know where he goes so I can go try and find him and see if I can manually trigger the next quest. I just haven't even been able to find him yet. So now, what are we going to do at this point? Well, what time is it? Plenty of time. So we're going to now start doing a couple of side quests here. With our last remaining 40 minutes or so in the live stream. And for that, we're going to travel up to Ushitz. I'm going to get rid of the marker first. See if we can get a trader along here somewhere. It'll be right here. Nope. See if we can get a trader there. Nope. So now there's only one more trader spot, and it's right there. And no, we didn't get it.
Cabbage! Lovely, delicious cabbage!
Okay, so we want to head over to the church, which is behind us. We want to talk to Father Godwin. And we're going to select this option here.
Do you have any work that needs doing?
My dear lad, I have more worries than I can bear. Another pair of shoulders would ease my burden. I have to deal with a local witch.
A witch?
The herb woman, old Gertrude. That devious hag who will stoop to anything. Like all herbalists, for that matter.
Oh, don't tell me. The cows are giving blood instead of milk, and babies are being born with 2 heads and a tail.
This is no laughing matter. Gertrude isn't evil. She just has peculiar ideas about what's good for people. A little bird told me she incited some Ujet's women to witchery.
A little bird told you, did it?
You know how good people are at seeing the splinter in another's eye and not the beam in their own.
In other words, someone's been gossiping. And what's the problem?
As long as herb women stick to giving psychic to folk and bloated cows, assisting in childbirth, or burning incense in bedrooms to help with sleep, then nothing at all. But this is sacrilege, and it's unsafe. All sorts of molds and lichens and poisonous plants and other foul things go into those concoctions. I'd hate to see her poison some poor gullible lass.
What do you want me to do?
I want you to go and see her and find out what she's been up to. I know she lives in fear of the Holy Church, so tell her I sent you. That will make her talk and think twice about encouraging witchcraft. If you learn that she truly did involve folk in some foolishness, find out all you can and deal with it.
Consider it done.
Good. And never fear. I'm a man who always pays his debts. You'll find Gertrude, the old herb woman, in the woods. Take care now.
Okay, now playing with the devil here. Just like the last one, is another one of those quests that if you're trying to do the Virgin achievement, you do not want to do this. And that's because you're kind of forced into something here. Now you're going to get another achievement called Bad Trip, I believe, by doing it. So it's one of those where you can save it right now or save it before you pick up the quest. Go do the quest, get that achievement, then reload beforehand and not do the quest so that you can continue on with your playthrough trying to get the Virgin achievement. So where we're trying to go is to Gertrude, and I actually can't remember where she's at. So let's look at playing with the devil. Okay, so she's out here at the bump up in the road. So she's right there.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll make our way over here and have a chat with the herbalist here. And there's her hut.
Jesus Christ, your clothes! Were you assaulted? Damn bandits, may they burn in hell.
Let's see if I can get any training here in
Would you teach me
herbalism.
Certainly.
No,
I'd
it looks
like to
like I can't. I
practice.
haven't done
Alright.
any of it.
Now.
So let's go through this real quick. We can get our herbalism stat up to max, because I believe we'll be able to get master training in this.
Would you teach me some?
Certainly.
I'm interested.
All right. Now. Goodbye.
And again, not too worried about gold at this point.
Would you teach me some?
Got another perk point in herbalism.
I'd like to
Yeah,
hone.
this one I'll haggle, because it's like 500.
Isn't that? That's.
I agree. God.
And one more time.
Would you teach?
Sir.
I want to achieve mastery.
All right, but it'll cost you.
And this one I'm definitely going to haggle at
Isn't that quite a lot?
1.6k.
What about this?
Well. Agreed.
Okay, so we got another level in herbalism. So we have either horsenip or botanist. Okay, if your horse has enough fragrant herbs in its saddlebag, it will shy less. This is actually really good. It helps you expand your how far you can run and your stamina on your horse. Just by keeping 30 nettle in the saddlebags. You don't have to pull them out, so you can just grab 30 from your inventory, throw them in there, and it will shy less. Botanist, the herbs you sell have a 15% higher price, and this is another really good way of making money. Once your herbalism skill is up this high, you're able to pick, at 16, you're able to pick a lot of herbs at one time. And there are some really high density locations that you can pick a lot of them, like several thousand in one go. Come back and sell them. And even if you're only selling them for half a groschen a piece and you've got several thousand of them, that can get you a few thousand groschen worth of gold. And you're also upping your strength stat if you have the leg day perk while you're picking all of those things. I take horsenip first. Herbalism, you're going to unlock another perk point at 20. And that's when I take botanist. But horsenip is the one that I pick first. Then the drinking perk here. Whoops. So any of, you don't want to take Bacchus. It can interfere with a perk. What you can't, or with a quest. True Slav can be very, very useful. There's actually a quest that we've already done where having this would make it really useful. Getting drunk on 50% less alcohol during the first quest that you do with Father Godwin and Ushitz when you had to do his sermon for him. True Slav makes it really easy to get drunk with him. I'm going to do top shelf here. I can drink more. That's not going to cut down the limit on it, like the timing. So, well, it does cut down the timing because you get less drunk when you drink a Savior Schnapps, but I like that. I like being able to drink it, pick a chest, and then less than a minute later, the drunkenness goes away. So I'm going to take top shelf. Combat is still defense, which we're keeping. We're saving. Okay, so now let's talk to her.
I've come from the priest. They're saying you incited some women to witchcraft.
Me? Witchcraft? That's nothing but idle chatter.
Yeah, you can see down at the bottom, we have a lot of bonuses here.
Don't you know that witches get burned alive?
There's no need for trouble. I'll tell you everything. I've done a very foolish thing. It's preying on my mind so much I can't sleep a wink.
But I'm supposed to believe an old witch has pangs of conscience.
Laugh if you like, but it's not a word of a lie. You probably know I sell various magic lotions and potions alongside my herbs. Well, there's one I wish I hadn't sold. You see, Vera, Zlata, and Kuta from Woyzeck wanted a magic ointment from me. I kept refusing them, but in the end, I let them talk me into it.
What kind of ointment was it?
One that will show you a world no one else can see, a place of wonder and terror. The flowers might start talking to you, or the earth could swallow you up. I don't know if it's the work of the devil or of God himself, but the ointment has that power. But it could poison any person who doesn't know how to use it right.
So all this talk of witches anointing themselves and then flying to their sabbaths on broomsticks.
The ointment could make a person see such things. But it was stupid of me letting those foolish women get their hands on it. They could poison themselves or fall off a cliff while they're lost in a dream.
Will you give me the ointment recipe?
It contains belladonna and the herb Paris, both quite poisonous plants. That ought to make you think twice about dabbling with it.
So why did you give them the ointment at all?
Because I'm soft-hearted. You see, one of those women, Vera, lost her whole family in Skalitz. And Zlata's husband was killed. And the youngest of them, Kuta, miscarried with the horror of it all. They said they wanted to use the ointment to speak with the dead and ask them to put a word in with the Lord.
Yeah, I understand how they feel. But I reckon it'll get them nowhere but the ducking stool and the stake.
Judge not, lest ye be judged. I didn't want to give them the ointment, but they offered me a pile of Groschen. So I thought how desperate they must be, and I heard their plea.
Their plea or the clink of their coin? And why are you so worried about them all of a sudden? What changed your mind?
I'm losing sleep over it. Firstly, those women don't know what they're doing. And secondly, folk might see it as witchcraft. And do you know what they do to witches?
They burn them alive.
That they do. So don't be surprised I'm worried.
It didn't bother you before, though. What did they want the ointment for?
Each one of them lost a loved one recently, and it's grieving them. They wanted to talk with the dead.
I've heard enough.
If you've heard enough, you must understand why I need your help. Find out from those women what they intend, and watch over them to keep them safe.
Very well. But only because the priest himself asked me to.
Thank you 1,000-fold. I'll go to the Reverend myself and explain. You take care of those women. Take care.
Okay, so our time, we have plenty of time here. So we're going to head back to Woyzeck. Okay, and now here, if we check our journal, we need to talk to the 3 ladies that are here. So I'm going to head all the way down to the end, and just before I leave camp, I'm going to head north. Or just before I leave the city.
Yeah.
Okay, now you can talk to any of them here. It doesn't really matter. Kuta has the lowest stat to try and convince her to talk to you. That's not her. She's farther up here. There she is. Okay, so this is Lotta's. Lotta has a slightly higher stat, but for us it doesn't really matter.
I've heard something about a magical ointment.
Really? I'd like to know where from. And what concern is it of yours, anyway?
The herb woman sent me.
Gertrude? What does she want? More money?
So here's the convincing her stat. You can see we've got 11. She's got a 9 stat.
It's not about the money. She's concerned about your health.
Gee.
That ointment can be dangerous, and she wants me to make sure you don't do anything foolish.
She said that. But I can't believe it's all that serious. If she's really worried, tell her to come with us to the crossroads at night. But not a word to anyone else.
Okay, so now the quest is going to update, and we need to go to their meeting spot at dusk. Okay, so where are we? We're at 62 nourishment and energy. We should be fine for tonight. What time is it? So at 2100, they're going to leave. Okay, so I'm going to... Actually, I'd like to... rest. Let's go get... Now that... Since we do have some time, let's go back to the inn. We'll eat from the pot. Then we'll rest. There it is. Can't remember if I have a room here or not. Nope. Might as well just buy a room here.
God be with you.
Okay, I'll wait for him to go back out here.
Can I sleep?
Aye. For how long?
How about if I pay?
No problem.
Okay, so 200.
Here you are.
You all like it here.
Okay, so we got another home. Let's eat from the pot. Head up there and we'll pass time up here. We'll rest and get our energy up. Okay, and again, you have access to your chest here. So if there's anything you want, you can grab it. And we're going to go to just after 2000. Alright, so let's go meet up with where they're going to be. It's actually a little early here. Let's look at our journal. And you can see that they're all making their way over here now. Okay. So we're going to head out west. And yeah, see, they're still out in front of us. You do not want to get very close here. You want to get them so that they're spawned in. That's all you want to do. See, there they are. So you want to just follow around behind them. And you want to have your low conspicuous stuff on. Because if they see you, then they won't, they will leave. They won't go to their little meeting in the woods. Now, I don't think we have much of a problem with being seen here, but I'm still going to take it easy. And I'm going to save again. Because there's something else that I want to do here. So what time is it? Okay, so about 2100, they should all be sitting up here. There's the other one in front of her, right there. By 2100, they should all be grouped up, and at 2200, give or take, they will leave. Okay, so here's the quest completion, and there they are. Okay, so now you need to follow them. Okay, and here's where I'm going to be sneaky.
We're all here. We can set off. Is it far? Not at all. But we should put the ointment on now. It takes a while to start working.
Where exactly do you put it on?
Well, there. You know?
I feel shy.
So playing games with the devil is all right, but dabbing some ointment on your cunny is going too far?
Aye, well, don't peek for a bit. I'm not sure.
Don't worry. Plenty of women have tried it before us.
What if it does work? What if he does appear?
But that's what we want, isn't it? Let's go.
Okay, and after a bit of conversation, they're going to walk off. They're going to light their lanterns, and all you have to do now is follow them. But, like I say, be very careful how close you get, because if they spot you, they will turn around and they'll walk back to the village. Okay, so we're just going to follow them. The lanterns make them fairly easy to follow. There is a point during this where they kind of disappear through some trees. You can see, like here, they kind of disappear a little bit. You have to be a little careful. And just try and keep them in sight. And once you get up here to the top of this hill, they're going to disappear for a little bit once they cross over the hill. And again, you have to kind of just take your time. Don't run up there after them. See, now they're going to kind of disappear. Don't run up there after them. Just take your time. And pretty soon you see up there, right there above my cursor, you can see, well, maybe you can't depending upon the brightness of your of the recording, but there is a fire going up there, and that's where they're going. Okay, so you should probably be able to see the fire up there in the clearing. Well, the fire off the tree anyway. And you'll start to see some mist, a white mist along the ground. So things are a little spooky up here. And you can get close enough to see their conversations without triggering this, but eventually you want to trigger it. And triggering this is what's going to start you down the road of getting the bad trip achievement.
We're here. We all know what to do, don't we?
I'm not altogether.
Ah, I got too close. It doesn't matter if you
I hear
do.
someone coming. Who's there? Is it you, Kuta?
No, I'm still over here.
What's going on here?
Welcome, Prince of Darkness. And make yourself at home. What would you like us to do? We will fulfill your every wish if you fulfill ours.
Prince of Darkness? What in God's name are you babbling about?
Why are you testing us?
Testing you? Jesus Christ, what have you been smearing on yourselves?
A magic ointment from the herb woman? We are ready to pleasure you, Lord. In return, all we ask is that you rid us of the humans. And if you won't rid us of them, then help us get away from here. Give us riches, so we can start a new life in the city.
Okay, so if you interrupt them, it's no different. Then you're going to fail that part of it no matter what, because if you don't interrupt them, you're going to fail this quest entirely. So you need to interrupt them at some point. I normally let the conversation play out a little bit longer, but I got just one tap of the W key too close. So again, if you aren't going to be fulfilling their wishes, you can still back out of this. But I'm going to go through with it.
I'll give you anything you ask.
I knew it. Thank you, my lord.
In return, you'll have to... Shit. I feel very weird.
Oh, that ointment. You smeared the ointment on me.
Fear not, my lord. Nothing will happen to you. It's all part of the ceremony.
Oh, shit. What the fuck? What did you do to me?
Are you quite well after your long journey?
Huh? Long journey? What?
From the gates of hell to here. When will you take care of the humans? And why don't you have horns and hooves and a goat's tail, like the priest said?
Okay, so things have gotten a little weird here. We're now talking to a talking horse.
How come you're a talking mare?
What mare? Does your sight deceive you? I'm Vera, and I turn many a young man's head in Uzhitz.
I flew in on a tree branch. It took no time at all.
Flying on a branch? Will you teach us how to do that too? We are your maid servants now. We'll do anything you wish.
I got rid of my horns and hooves along the way, and I keep my tail in my breeches. I only get it out for special occasions.
I hope there'll be one soon enough.
Actually, I wanted something else.
What's that, oh Lord?
Will you serve me and do all I tell you to?
Oh yes, our Lord of Hellfire. We'll do whatever you want. Just rid us of those wretched humans. Which one will you take first? Me! Take me! No, me!
And what about the other one? Why doesn't she speak up?
Cooter, you chicken! Speak up!
I want you, Mare. Vera.
I knew it. Come on. Come closer to me.
Okay. So the horse, you're not able to. Even though you selected the horse, oh yeah, you can. Sorry, you have to go around around back. I should have gotten that. You have to lockpick this.
That was tough. Oh, but I'm all dizzy again.
What is wrong with you? Is something going to come of it or not?
I need to sleep.
Bugger sleep! What was that? What is it? Someone coming!
Okay, now you're going to get into a fight here. Okay? You don't want to get into this fight. You want to run away. There's a reason for that. Okay, so we're going to wake up in the morning.
What happened here? Shit!
Oh my god. These are no demons, just flesh and blood woodcutters.
I'll never be able to explain this to anyone. That fucking ointment. Damn that old hag. Now.
Okay. Now, if you go back here, there are no bodies. Okay? If you fight those demons, they're actually woodcutters, like he said when he woke up here, that were coming to investigate this. And you will have killed 2 innocent woodcutters. Now, if you do not intervene and you don't run away, then they will kill the women, and you'll have the deaths of the women on your conscience. So running away is the best of all worlds. Now, this is kind of breaking the quest a little bit. So the dialogue's going to be a little weird, but normally you will get a reputation hit when going back to complete this quest. But the way we did it, we shouldn't get a reputation hit. Now, sometimes this bugs out anyway, and you still get the reputation hit no matter what. But we'll see what happens here. Okay, so we're going to put our torch on. And now that we have a room here, I can go sleep anytime I want. And this is why we bought a home here. So that even with the innkeeper asleep, we can still use our bed. Okay, we're not going to sleep all that long. Just to get us through the night. Okay, so now let's go report back to Godwin here. Okay, so that's the next thing. Tell the parish priest what happened. And now you have to select very specific options here when you talk to him. Otherwise you'll lose reputation. Like I say, sometimes the quest bugs out anyway, and you're going to lose reputation no matter what.
I found out more about the Egypt witchcraft.
Pray, do tell.
The women have got hold of some magic lotion from the herb woman, and they're using it to summon the devil.
For the love of heaven.
I followed them to where they held their Sabbath. They summoned the devil, danced around a fire.
Oh my God, what else?
Okay, so if you say that I followed... Now, I think this one's already bugged, because this is the one that's definitely going to lose you reputation, but I think, based on the conversation, it's already bugged. But if you pick, I followed these women to the woods...
The women were completely out of their minds from that ointment. Then some woodcutters stormed in. They wanted to put a stop to the witch's Sabbath.
Good God. And what happened?
Those women... they're dead. The woodcutters took them for witches and attacked them. They hacked them to pieces. I couldn't do anything to stop them.
Oh, sweet Jesus. Saints above. Saint Michael, Saint Anthony. Such a tragedy. Oh, Lord, please be merciful and receive their souls. But why did you not step in?
Okay, so yeah, this one is bugged, I think, so I think we're going to get reputation loss here.
I couldn't. I'm so sorry.
I can hardly fault you.
Nope, we didn't.
It's my fault, too, for letting things slide so far. I should have taken care of the herb women and those poor women myself. Please, pray for the souls of those poor women and those who took their lives. At least you see where dancing with the devil can take you. Pray for their loved ones and for your soul and mine, because we share the blame. And now please, go. Leave me alone to pray. See you later.
Okay, so the women aren't... Well, the quest considers them dead, but the bodies are not there. Okay? So, as far as whether they're actually dead or not, I've never followed up. But I know where one of them will be. So let me go see if she's actually down there. It's here.
Yeah. Someone has been killed.
Okay, so she's normally down here. Let's wait and see a couple hours, see if she shows up. Because there were no bodies over there. Okay, so she's now turned into a villager. But I'm pretty sure that's her. She's just now a villager. Like I say, things bug out a little bit during this quest, but I'm almost positive that's actually her. She has the same model, same dress, same face and everything like that. So it's the only way to avoid a reputation loss with him, and even though he thinks they're dead, or we think they're dead, I don't think they're really dead. I think that since we kind of ran away, it just left everything unresolved as far as they're concerned, and the quest ended the best way that we could have it end. So that's going to end that quest. Now we have a couple of... There's one more that we can do now that we have the Luck of the Drunk perk, and we have the level 12. So let's go complete Thick as Thieves here. It's the last set that we need to do, or the last thing that we need to do for Woyzeck.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we'll follow this around to Talmberg, and we'll go steal some jewelry. And we'll clear that quest marker that's off our map that's been up there for a very long time, waiting for us to reach level 12. Okay, so we're going to head up here to the castle. Take our horse in with us, just in case we have to make a fast getaway here. Okay, now we're going to... How many savior snaps? I still got 8 left. Good. We're going to save here because if you get caught here, you're going to lose a bunch of reputation and possibly not allow you to start another quest later on. You need to go up to the 3rd floor. This room here is where you want to be. Okay, and this is Lady Stephanie's room. She's not in here. And this is the chest. And you want these jewels here. Now you can take the nobleman's boots if you want. They're expensive. Now she in the morning is normally here. But while we're here, let's get a little more lockpicking XP. Okay, we don't need to open the door. Okay, and then we're going to take this back to Miller Woyzeck. Okay, and he's all the way down here. So let's travel to the inn at the Glade. And then we'll make our way down there, turn this in, and that'll be the last thing that I'm going to do this week on the live stream. So we need to take a right, then a left, then a right, then a left. Actually, no, we don't, because I'm sure those go through the woods, but I know that trail there and it's going to be a pain. So instead, let's take a right and a left and then go straight. And we'll go past the herbalist and down this way. So take a right, then a left, and straight.
Yeah.
That was the right that I needed to do, I think. I don't think it matters. I think I'll take the next one here too. And I think it's here. Yes. Okay. So we need to follow this off to the right. through the herbalist. And this one kind of sucks. Yep. And this road's going to kind of turn to the right. I think I missed it. I did.
Yeah.
Needed to be in the woods there. Yep, because here's the road. Yep. I need to be behind me and take a left.
Yeah.
Yep. This is going to wrap around to the left. I'll cross the river down here. Right here.
Yeah.
And this should take me right down to Woyzeck. New level 1 horsemanship. Nice.
God save you.
I have the jewels from Lady Stephanie.
You're just the man. Here's your reward, and don't let it go to your head. Take care.
Okay, so that's going to complete Thick as Thieves. Got 350 Groschen. Let's see if we can get any training here.
I'd like you to teach.
Certainly.
I'd like to hone my.
All right.
Okay, so let's haggle that.
Isn't that quite a...
Agree?
Well. Agreed. Good luck.
Okay, so that levels up the stealth. We got a new perk point. Let's see if we can do it one more time. I don't think we can.
Certainly.
I want to achieve my.
You can't become a
Yep.
master.
Well.
See you later.
Okay, so we'll head out here. Get on our horse. We're gonna check our perks real quick. So we got a new stealth perk. Okay, so dogs in people's yards or by the houses won't bark at you or attack you unless you step on them or make them feel threatened. This is actually fairly useful. There are dogs all over the place that when you're trying to up your lock picking skill and you're trying to go through people's houses and unlock all the doors, the dogs will wake them up. So this is mainly useful for leveling and that sort of stuff. There is one quest where it can be useful for. Ordinary mug, when you're wanted, people will be less likely to recognize your face and will soon stop looking for you. It's not normally a big deal. I'm not normally wanted very much, and when I am, I just tend to pay it off. You move almost silently in the rain. The noise of your footsteps is reduced by 70%. Now, this can be very, very useful for helping to clear out camps. My noise is already 0. If you look in the bottom right-hand corner over here, my noise is already 0. So for me, it's not that big a deal, but it can be very useful earlier on. In Dairy Debonair, after committing a crime, you get a +1 bonus on strength and vitality until you're caught or leave the scene of the crime. So this can be, again, useful. If you rob something, you're committing a crime. So you're going to get a bonus until you leave the scene. For me, Dog Person is the one that I'm going to pick. Here, combat is still defense. So let's head back to Arate Mill. And we're going to check one thing. Okay, so I'm going to get off here. What is my nourishment? 58. Time is it? Let's wait. Until late at night. Okay, see if everybody's gone to sleep. Okay, so there's the miller. Let's see if he goes to sleep.
Hey, lad! Don't you want a little wager on the ratte tourney?
Okay, so he's not. Let's just wait another hour. He goes to bed late. Okay, so he's asleep.
Quite hungry.
Yeah, there he is. So let's go in here. And let's see if he's sold off those items or not. He has, and look at all that Groschen. So we can steal. I'm going to leave him like, I don't know, 20k or 15k Groschen just so I can sell items to him. But I'm going to take, actually maybe I'll just leave him 10k Groschen. Okay, I'm going to take 83,000 Groschen from him. I have 113,000 Groschen now. And I'm going to take treasure map 12. Just because I haven't read it yet, and I can read it now. Okay, and that gets me a new level in reading. Take the torch off. Close his door. And he is none the wiser. Okay, I guess I can put the nobleman's boots in there. I did take those too. So let's go put those in here and he'll sell those off. And is that the only thing? Yes. Okay, so we'll go here, we'll save. We're going to wake up in the morning. And this will be the last thing that we do, because we have one final thing that we can do here. And the real reason that we came back to Ratte Mill. Let's eat. Wash ourselves, and we're gonna pass some time. He normally gets up about 11. So there's Teresa. And remember, we have a bouquet of flowers. Now, Clara, if you go talk to her, she'll reject this bouquet. She won't take them.
I've got something for you. I hope you won't need them, but just in case.
Thank you.
Okay, she gave us some bandages. We'll
I've got
repair my
something that
clothes.
needs stitching up. Could you do it for me?
All right, I can have...
But we'll talk to her again.
Look at this fine gent.
And I've got a bouquet for you.
Teresa, I brought you something.
My, Hal. How chivalrous. That's lovely. Thank you so much.
And that's it. So that gives us a great place to end the episode today. We finished the Playing with the Devil quest. We have another quest here that we're going to do next week. And then that's going to start us into a series of like 3 or 4 quests that all tie in with each other at the same time. Dead Men Tell No Tales, Clothes Make the Man, Capon's Champion, the Ratte Tourney, and Who Do You Like? Those all tie in with each other, and if you can complete them all sequentially, and it will save you some groschen on doing some things. You'll double up and triple up on some of your groschen for some other things. So that's kind of why we're doing these in order here. And that's what we're going to jump into next week. And then after we do that, we're going to head back off on the main quest line again, because we're going to head up to Pribyslavitz. And as part of that, we're going to be rebuilding Pribyslavitz. And that's why we need all of this groschen. You need a lot of groschen to rebuild Pribyslavitz. It's one of those things where, as a DLC, it was meant to waste all that groschen that people have been saving up, and that's what it does. But we need a lot of it, so we're going to do that, and that's going to then get us a steady source of groschen every day, and we won't have to do anything but go pick it up. We won't have to make anything, we won't have to sell anything if we don't want to. It's just free groschen every day that comes in, and we won't need to do anything, and we'll be set for the rest of the game. So that's going to be what's on the menu next week. So during the off stream, I'm going to go make some more Savior Schnapps. I'm getting low on them, and I want to bring those all the way back up. So this will be the last time I do it. I'm probably going to craft something like 90 of them or something like that, just so I don't have to do any more ever again for the game. But that's the only thing I'm going to do off stream. And other than that, I will see you all next week. So remember that tomorrow, when you're watching this on Sunday, we will not have a live stream. We'll be starting a new live stream next Sunday, and then next Saturday at this same time, you'll be in for a live stream with me back, being able to interact with all of you again. So again, thank you all for your support. As I always say, without your support, none of this would be possible. This is Commander Joval saying until next time, fare thee well.